So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened. So here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazycatlady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose. Hi everybody, Martha here. This is for the second season of Grenades in Hand, and this one is based off of the Butter Battle book. It's one of I would say probably one of last Dr. Seuss's last books that he wrote before he passed away. And for people who don't know what this book's based off of, it's an anti-war book. And for people who don't know their history, I will explain which, because it's based off of a Pacific War that was going on between one country who became two countries for a while. And if you think I'm wrong about this, it's okay. It's just what it reminded me of it. Which one did it remind me of? And if it reminds you of a different war, that's okay. It's alright, perfectly fine. I would say, but this one reminds me of is right after World War II, Germany decided to become two different countries, and this is what this is based off around that. This is what I think it's based off around too, because these and even this series, it showed that once these two countries are the same country. I don't never read. I've not read this book in a long time. If I ever did read it, and I probably will never read it again because I'm not planning to have any kids. But I think it's a great lesson for children to learn that war sometimes has to happen. Don't if you don't and don't allow it to happen, basically. So, I mean, yeah, I noticed that the series ends differently than the book because when Dr. Seuss wrote this book, it was the wall was still the wall was still up. Um, Reagan did not get the wall down yet. He wrote this book back in 1986. The wall went down in 1989, the year I was born. So, yeah. And the weird thing is that they had to involve characters that were not in the book. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sam, Guy, and the characters that came from Green Eggs and Ham season were not in the book. And neither were all the references to James Bond because they decided to make Sam's mom's Pat a spy to how they were who's basically their version of a nuclear bomb. So yeah, and stop it from happening and stuff like that. So I do, and some people say there's I remember person who got me actually watched this show said one of the characters reminds them of the Wunsler from the stupid Lorax movie. So yeah, I can see what he means, but I think they were just trying to let the little girl that Guy is being a stepdad to have a little crush on, and I think for what their story they're telling, it's up to these two in order to stop the war from happening and have it break and have them break down the wall. And um, we also can see like an episode where we get to see that's not where Sam and his mom go to an island where you the further you go in, the younger you get, and that scene was pretty cool for um pretty cool for kids to watch. So this one is not as there is some funny moments in this season. So, like all the times they referenced James Bond, even though I'm not a big James Bond fan. Um, I do like how basically how they talk about pregnancy in this show because guy's girlfriend, guy's wife ends up pregnant during this, and they act like you're only pregnant for a month because it's say third week semester instead of third trimester. So, and that she has to keep on going back into labor during this, and yeah, that's pretty funny. So, I did like that part, and how basically that guy did not know he was making a bomb because all his machines blow up. So it'd be a great thing for them to make sure that it doesn't blow up until the right moment. You did not know he was making a bomb. What? Duh. So I don't remember everything because I watched this a couple weeks ago actually, but I think even though it did not end the same exact way as the book, um, I can understand why they not. I understand why they would not want to. I think they were trying to do what history did and actually show that about the Berlin Wall going down, since that's what really happened. Not really go what Dr. Seuss was teaching. That sometimes war lasts. That sometimes war is like unnecessary, and sometimes it can go on for a while. I really think it's what Dr. Seuss was dealing with since he served in World War II, and have him dealing with see the after effects of everything happening even throughout his life after his time was done serving. Um, he wanted to write a book about a war that was unnecessary between a country, and sometimes it doesn't end. I don't, and as far as I know, he didn't really. Maybe he didn't. I'll look it up, but I don't think he let to see the wall come down. But if he did, that's okay. It's up to him if he was okay with that. But nonetheless, I think he just wanted to help kids understand sometimes tough lessons out there more than just trying new things like in Good Eggs and Ham. He tells them to try new things, and this lesson is a little bit more serious for kids to learn. And sometimes, even in children's books, he has to teach them more lessons. And yes, I know this book did get banned somewhere in Canada, like a lot of Dr. Seuss's books, because people don't know what they're doing, and they don't understand that sometimes kids need to learn tough lessons, and sometimes people just don't understand books anymore, and they want the world to be a perfect snowflake. It's not. So, I really wish people would understand that life is not sunshines and flowers. And so sometimes when you read a book, the sunshine and flowers should not be are not what is in the book. Sometimes the book you're reading is rough, and because if you watch my should be banned books series, I believe no book should be banned, even ones that you don't like, because there'd be somebody out there who likes it, and you should let them read what they want. It's their opinion. So, and this season, like I said, it's not. I did. It's probably because I like Grenades and Ham better. It's a book, and this one does not have that many references to other stories, like the other one did. I would love to see more reference to other books in this. So I really wish they had that too. I didn't notice any, and I know some people. I like when I'm looking for pictures on here. I'm not the only one who apparently thinks this. Sam, they're making Sam be gay, kind of, and there is no clarity what Sam was into in Green Eggs and Ham, if he was straight or gay in that book. All he really cared about was him getting Sam, getting Guy to eat his green eggs and ham. I doubt that's what Dr. Seuss was going for, but if you guys want to make a character gay, that was not really clear what he was in the book. I don't care. And because he dresses as a woman in this a couple times, so I don't mind. So I think it's a great series for kids. Both these seasons are, and kids will love it, and so will adults, because it's sometimes when you're watching a kids show, it's good not to only keep the kids in interest. It's also good to keep the parents' interest, because they're the ones who have to sit there and be bored, and sometimes and like, okay, when is this show gonna end? It's so boring, so too cutie and stuff like that. But when it actually is entertaining for some parts for parents, it's actually okay for both of them to enjoy it. And some people don't understand that um, that only kids shows should be for kids, and I believe um, both should be able to enjoy it. It should be called a family show, not a kids show. Same thing with kids movies. They should be called family movies, because the kids don't go to the movies by themselves, do they? No, or they shouldn't. Um, and the parents should be able to be entertained when they watch whatever the kids watching. So otherwise, it's more of a chore for them. So yeah, I did like this one. Like I said, I didn't like it as good as the last season, but I think it's still good nonetheless. So I'm probably gonna end up giving this one a 7 out of 10. Great joy for everybody, and I did like the theme song better for this one too, because it reminded me of James Bond song that you've seen before the movie starts. So if there's any other thing else that you want me to reference, let me know in the comments. But I think after this, we're going to go back to on doing older shows reviews for a while until I find another animated show that is recent. I think this is the last one for a while. I'm going to go back to doing older shows like I usually do. I was trying to catch all the ones I watched recently. So I think I know which one I'm gonna do next. But do you want me to try anything else that is a classic TV show? I'll give it a chance. Mostly the ones that I would consider classics for me is anything that's in the 90s or before. I've not seen every single animated show out there. I probably never will, because there's too many to count. But I will consider giving them a shot if I haven't seen them. If I do any ones after the 90s, I will not consider them classics unless they're. And there is a few of them into the 2000s are now 20 years old. Because I would say classics are at least 20 years old, because I would want the person who's grew up watching it is actually an adult now. And I know people say 18 is an adult, but really, I would just say I would make a nice roundish number to where it makes more sense, and um, they don't start making reboots to these shows until they're at least like 2 decades old. So that's another reason why I'm doing I consider those classics. So I'll see you guys later. Like, ever, and subscribe, and we'll see if there is a third season of this and see what next book they're going to adapt. So I don't know if they will or not, because the way this one ended, it made it look like it made it look like it might be the last one, but we'll see. I did still love the animation, and it still looked like this world belonged to Dr. Seuss. He probably would not like everything that they're doing, but I think he would still love the animation. So I'll see you guys later. Like, favorite, and subscribe, and bye bye.